Condensed Bat-Supe in 30 seconds. The following podcast contains material originally broadcast in 1946 and includes historical language and portrayals of racism and intolerance. The story depicts a hate group and uses offensive language to represent their harmful ideology. We acknowledge that the language used in this episode may cause discomfort to listeners. The intent of this episode is to demonstrate the evils of racism and intolerance, and to highlight the importance of fighting against hatred in all forms. Listener discretion is advised.
The following is transcribed.
Welcome to Condensed Bat-Supe. Now with 66% fewer superheroes than our regular podcast, which makes Condensed Bat-Supe even less nutritious, but still just as delicious. We're featuring episodes of the adventures of Superman without the caped crusaders. Tie on your capes for lots of aerial searching, plenty of maniacal raving, and spectacular heroics galore! In this edition of Condensed Bat-Supe, we proudly continue one of the most famous and consequential Superman stories of all time, with Chapter 13 of The Clan of the Fiery Cross, as originally broadcast on June 26, 1946.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal Dan McCullough. You know, it's a good idea to be an eager beaver about breakfast. Sure, because if you don't eat hearty, how you going to feel like starting your day in high? So get hep to Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. Pep is smack full of solid whole wheat nourishment, plus gives your nutrition quota a real boost. And that's only half of it. Kellogg's Pep makes a catchy sort of dish that tickles your taste, puts your appetite in the mood to eat hearty. And that sunshine flavor. Now, there's a treat for you. It's a lively flavor, a golden toasted flavor, a super delicious flavor. Why, your spoon just naturally keeps going right back for more. And Pep's tender crispness makes a hit, too. Why, Kellogg's Pep tastes so good, you won't want to stop until you've finished off every crunchy flake in your bowl. That's the hep thing to do, you know, particularly nowadays when the cereal grains have been picked out to help give good nourishment to fellows and girls overseas. So when Mom brings Kellogg's Pep home from the grocer's, make sure there's no waste at your house. If you pour your own Pep, pour it carefully and eat up every bit you pour out. Pass the word along to the rest of your family, too. Make sure to eat all your Pep. Don't waste it.
Now, the adventures of Superman. Certain that Jimmy Olsen and Editor Perry White were in the hands of a group of hate-mongers and terrorists known as the Clan of the Fiery Cross, Clark Kent tracked down a boy he believed knew the identity of the robed and hooded bigots. The boy was Chuck Riggs, nephew of Matt Riggs, the Grand Scorpion of the Klan. And when Kent appeared before him as Superman and promised him protection, Chuck revealed the identity of his uncle. Unable to find Matt Riggs in Metropolis, Superman, guided by Chuck, streaked to a clearing in the hills, used by the Klan as a meeting place, but arrived after Jimmy and White had been taken several miles away to be executed. As we continue now, Superman, every sense alert, stares about the dark, deserted clearing. Chuck speaks to him anxiously.
What do we do now, Superman?
Got to pick up the Klan's trail, Chuck. They were here recently, and I'm sure they had Jim and Mr. White with them.
How do you know?
See that big bucket over there?
Mm-hmm. Well, what about it?
Full of tar.
Tar?
There was a fire under it a short time ago. Also, that bag lying by the half-burned cross has feathers in it.
Cheapers. You think they tarred and feathered Jim and Mr. White?
I'm not sure. I know that's what those cowards usually do to anyone who defies them, if they can catch him in the dark when he hasn't a chance. But they didn't turn the Chief and Jim loose around here.
How do you know they did?
Oh, I would have spotted them from up above. That means they took them somewhere else. Now, let's see. These big tire tracks were made by a truck. Oh, 2 trucks.
Yeah, my uncle's trucks. That's how the Klan travels.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter, Superman?
Both trucks took this rutted trail that goes through the woods and out to the main road. Come on, up
Up with you, Chuck. Fast.
Are we going to follow the tracks?
We're going to try to. All right, hang on now. Up and away! Uh-oh. Now what?
What are you stopping for, Superman?
See that fork down there?
Yeah?
See how 3 roads go off through the hills in 3 different directions? We'll all have tire tracks on them. Which one do those hooded rats take?
Gee, I don't know.
I guess there's only one thing to do. Wrap my cape around you, son. That's it. All right, hang on tight, Chuck. We're going to range around. Away! Flashing in great arcs through the sky above the hills, Superman's keen eyes search desperately for a sight of the clan trucks bearing his friends. Meanwhile, in a tiny, rough, stubbled glade surrounded by towering trees, Jimmy Olsen and Perry White, bound hand and foot, lie helplessly on the ground. A few feet away, 4 robed and hooded men are digging a deep trench by the light of a small lamp. A dozen other clansmen stand nearby with Matt Riggs, their grand scorpion.
As soon as they finish digging the grave, Mr. White,
No. Take it easy, Jim.
How can I? When I think what's going to happen to
Nothing's
us...
happened yet, so think about something else.
What'll I think about?
Oh, how do I know? Anything.
Okay, I'll think about baseball. You know, my team, Unity House, is playing for the boys' championship of Metropolis Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Only I won't be there to manage them. And Tommy Lee won't be able to pitch because the Klan broke his arm. The Klan messed up everything.
I told you to think about something else.
I can't. Look what they did to Tommy Lee and his father and to Poco. Look what they're doing to us. Gee whiz, Mr. White. Why does a swell country like the United States have to have outfits like the Clan of the Fiery Cross?
Every country has its lame brains and diseased minds, Jim. Germany had the Nazis. We've got the Clan of the Fiery Cross. No, I just hope our country realizes the danger of these lunatics in nightshirts before it's too late.
Well, still making one of your big speeches, eh, White? Well, save your breath. You've only got a short time left.
Why,
You're a madman, Riggs. You'll go to the chair for this.
Don't make me laugh. I warned you couldn't stop the work of the Klan. Nobody can.
That's what you think.
I said nobody can stop us. We're going to get rid of every foreigner in this country. Everyone who thinks, acts, and looks different from us. Anybody who tries to stop us will get the same thing you're getting. Okay, boys, that's it.
No, the man's mad. Absolutely mad.
And we're through, Chief. This is it.
Harry,
Yeah, Matt?
as Grand Defender of the Clan of the Fiery Cross, you will now perform your sacred duty. Here's a gun. Take care of those 2 chink lovers.
Okay.
Here it comes, Mr. White.
Easy, Jim, easy.
All right, you dirty punch. Here's where you get yours.
You mean here's where you get yours? I'll take that gun, and you take this.
Superman, Chief, it's Superman.
Thank heaven.
Hello, Jim. I'll just get these ropes off you and Mr.
Oh,
White.
thank heaven you've arrived just in time.
How?
That's it. Get out of here.
Hey, look, the Klansmen are getting away. Go after them,
Yes,
Superman.
these ropes can wait. Don't let them get away.
Don't you worry, they won't get far. There, you're free. All right, now get behind those trees in case there's any more shooting. I'll round up our friends in the sheets. Away! Like a great flashing eagle, the man of steel pounces upon the terrified Klansmen as they seek wildly to escape through the woods. Swiftly, he rounds them up, herds them into their truck, and ropes them securely together. All right, Jim. Mr. White, climb into the front seat. We'll hop over the trees to that next hill and pick up Chuck where I left him. Then we'll deliver this load of soiled sheets to Inspector Henderson's laundry.
Oh, boy. Come on, Chief.
No, I just want to pay my respects to Mr. High Mucky Muck. He said nobody could get in the Klan's way and live.
No time now, Mr. White. I understand this gang is just the action committee. We've got to get back to Metropolis and round up the rest of them. All right, hurry. Get into the truck.
All right. Come on, Jim.
All set?
All set, Superman.
Up with it, then. There we are. Up and away! Lifting the huge truck as if it were a child's toy, Superman carries it swiftly over the trees to where Chuck Riggs waits for him, then streaks onto Metropolis and lands in the parking area behind police headquarters. All out, end of the line.
Boy, oh, boy. Will Inspector Henderson be glad to see these
Oh,
guys?
I wish I had a cameraman here. Well, you Klansmen are a fine, brave-looking bunch now, eh? But you'll look better when you swap those sheets for striped prison uniforms.
Not for Mr. White.
Listen to him squeal.
Rats always squeal when they're cornered, Jim. They're only brave when their victims are smaller and weaker than themselves. Come on, all of you. Out of the truck.
Oh, boy, this is wonderful.
How do you feel now about stopping the clan, Riggs? Hey, Riggs! Riggs! Say, where is he?
Who?
Well, the Grand Scorpion, or wherever he calls himself. Matt Riggs. Where is he?
Gee whiz, I don't see him.
They must be
Well,
here.
he isn't, I tell you. His robe had a blue scorpion on it.
That's right. He must have got away.
Oh, I'm sure I got everyone on the road and in the woods. Wait a minute. All of you, take off your hoods. Take them off, I say. That's better. Now, Mr. White, Jim, Chuck, is Matt Riggs here?
No, he got away.
Great Scott, I don't see how he
We've
could
got to find him, Superman. He's the big noise of this outfit, and he's a dangerous madman, a murderer.
He sure is. Golly, now he'll get me. He'll come back
Don't
and
you
he'll...
worry, Chuck. You stay here until I get back, all of you. Oh, good. Here come some officers. Tell them what happened, Mr. White, and see that these Klansmen are locked up. I'm going back to find Riggs. Up and away!
Once more taking to the skyways, the Man of Steel rockets back to the glade in the hills. Confidently at first, then increasingly worried, he searches over the glade and through the surrounding woods, widening his search over the more distant hills and roads and rivers. But the hours go by, and still he is unable to find Matt Riggs. What has happened to the cunning, half-mad leader of the clan of the Fiery Cross? We'll find out in just a moment. So stand by for the exciting climax of today's episode.
You know, this week's Pep Dish of the Week sure has a lot of spoons going around in circles these mornings. That's how you make a blueberry whirligig, you know, the new Pep Dish of the Week that's making such a hit. Here's the whole story. You start off with your serving of Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine cereal, topped with a sprinkling of fresh blueberries. Then, now carefully, take your spoon and give it a whirl, mixing the berries all through those crunchy flakes of Pep. Add milk and sugar, and pitch into your blueberry whirligig, as neat a combination as you'd ever hope to taste. Of course, Kellogg's Pep stars on any team at any breakfast. It's golden toasted and sunny, loaded with a sparkling sunshine flavor that gives your appetite a real come-on. Pep is crisp and tender, too, so terrifically good you keep right on eating until you've polished your bowl clean as a whistle. And that's the right angle, you know, because nobody wants to waste cereal when we're sending the grains to fellows and girls overseas. Keep that in mind when Mom brings Kellogg's Pep home from the grocer's. If you pour your own Pep, pour it carefully and eat up every bit you pour out. And say, kind of keep an eye on your younger brothers and sisters, too. That's important, gang. Eat all your Pep. Don't waste it.
Late that night, as Superman and the alerted police scour the hills and countryside for Matt Riggs, the Grand Scorpion of the clan of the Fiery Cross stops at the door of a handsome brick house in a town across the state line, rings the bell. His clothes are bedraggled. His shoes are caked with mud. But his strange, slate-colored eyes still gleam with a half-mad light as the door opens and Cedric Wilson, Grand Imperial Mogul of the clan of the Fiery Cross, peers into the dark.
Who? Matt Riggs. What are you doing here?
Let me in, Wilson. The clan's in danger.
Danger?
Yes, but I know what to do. I know how to save it, Wilson.
Really?
Yes, but we got to work fast, very fast. Look,
Come in, Riggs. Follow me.
Quickly, the Grand Scorpion and the Grand Imperial Mogul, supreme national leader of the clan of the Fiery Cross, disappear into a darkened hallway inside the handsome house. What is Matt Riggs' plan? What new menace are the leaders of the men of hate about to hatch against our friends and against all decent citizens? Our story has taken a strange new twist, fellows and girls, which makes tomorrow's episode packed with thrills, drama, and surprise. So don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at the same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine cereal. Say, kids, if you're training your dog, try rewarding him for good behavior with Kellogg's Grow Pup. There's a dog food that makes a hit with dogs right from the word go. Gives them swell, meaty flavor, and gives them 3 different kinds to pick from. Grow Pup Ribbon, Grow Pup Meal, and Grow Pup Pellets. All full of what it takes to help keep a dog right on the beam, to help build strong bones and teeth and muscles. That's why lots of champs feed on Grow Pup. So ask Mother to get Kellogg's Grow Pup for your dog today. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, Condensed Bat-Supe proudly presents Chapter 14 of The Clan of the Fiery Cross, which was originally broadcast on June 27th, 1946.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman. Today our story takes a new twist as Matt Briggs, fanatical leader of the Clan of the Fiery Cross, eludes capture and carries new plans for attack to the Grand Imperial Mogul of the terrorists.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal Dan McCullough. Say, have you heard the talk that's going round and round the breakfast table these mornings? It's about this week's Pep Dish of the Week, Blueberry Whirligig. How about giving it a whirl yourself? First, you sprinkle your serving of Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, with fresh, ripe blueberries. Then, not carefully, of course, take your spoon and give it a whirl so the juicy berries are all mixed in with those crisp flakes of pep. Finish off with milk and sugar, and that's it, a Blueberry Whirligig. And is it a snappy treat? What those sunny flakes of Kellogg's Pep can do for fresh berries. How that sparkling sunshine flavor does rise and shine. Mm-mm. Yeah, Kellogg's Pep sure is on the sunbeam when it comes to delicious eating. Did I say delicious? Why, you won't want to stop until you've finished up every flake of Kellogg's Pep in your bowl. And you know, that's a particularly good idea nowadays when the cereal grains are being sent overseas. You don't want to waste cereal, so handle the package carefully if you pour your own Pep, and eat up every bit you pour out. When Mom brings Kellogg's Pep home from the grocer's, make sure you eat all your Pep. Don't waste it.
Now, the adventures of Superman. Although Superman captured the action committee of the Clan of the Fiery Cross just as they were about to execute Jimmy Olsen and Editor Perry White, Matt Briggs, Grand Scorpion of the terroristic band, managed to escape. For many hours, Superman searched the hills for the cunning fanatical leader, but was unable to find him. Late that night, his clothes bedraggled and his shoes caked with mud, Briggs arrived at a handsome house in a neighboring state. This is the home of Cedric Wilson, Grand Imperial Mogul of the Clan of the Fiery Cross. And as we continue now, in Wilson's library, the white-haired, thin-lipped supreme ruler of the hate-mongers faces Matt Briggs, whose slate-colored eyes glow with a strange, burning fire. Listen.
You shouldn't have come here, Riggs.
I had to, Wilson. The clan's in danger.
We'll be in much worse danger if you were followed.
Don't worry, I wasn't followed. Now listen, Wilson.
You can't be sure. There's probably a 5-state alarm out for you by now. You're a stupid fool, Riggs.
Me, stupid? Why?
Yes. No one but a stupid fool would risk the murder of an important man like the editor of the Daily Planet.
But I had to, Wilson. He found out who I was. I'd have got away with it, except for Superman.
Now, in addition to the police, you've got Superman looking for us. Do you realize what that means? Just when we were launching a huge new membership drive? This will cost us 10,000 new members.
Maybe not, Wilson.
Maybe nothing. Your fool stunt cost us 10,000 new members who would have paid us $100 apiece for initiation fees and another $25 for robes and hoods. That means over $1 million would have split.
So what? What's money got to do with the spot we're in now?
What's money got to do with it?
Yes, after all, we're not in this only for money.
No? What have you been doing with the 25% cut you get on all new members to the Metropolis chapter and the 10% cut on their robes? Giving it to charity?
Certainly not. I like money, sure. But aside from that, I'm also working to purify America, to clean it of foreigners.
Oh, come now, Riggs.
Look, Wilson, I know we're in a bad spot. But if you'll only call in the National Action Committee...
Wait a minute. Is it possible that you really believe all that stuff about getting rid of the foreigners? That one race, one religion, one color hokum?
Hokum? Why, it's the absolute truth. We've got to save America from foreign elements.
Well, I thought you had brains, Riggs. But obviously something's happened to you. You've become drunk on the slop we put up for the suckers.
Suckers? Who are you calling?
Our members, Riggs. The poor fish who want to hate and blame somebody else for their failures in life. The saps who believe drivel such as a man is a dangerous enemy because he goes to a different church. The little nobodies who want to believe some of the race is inferior so they can feel superior. The jerks who go for that 100% American rot.
Rot? You mean you don't believe...
Of course not. You must know there is no such thing as what we call 100% American. Everyone here except the Indians is descended from foreigners.
Boy, blast you, Wilson. You talk like a dirty foreigner yourself.
I'm running a business, Riggs, and so are you. We deal in one of the oldest and most profitable commodities on earth. Hate. Your mistake was when you forgot you were a businessman and began believing your own sales talk.
I didn't make any mistakes. I only had tough luck.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. You said you wanted me to summon our National Action Committee, didn't you?
Yes.
For what reason?
To get rid of Perry White and Jim Olsen and my nephew, Chuck. They got me into this trouble and they can identify me. And they dare to defy the clan of the Fiery Cross.
I thought so. You've lost your mind, Riggs. You've turned into a bloodthirsty fanatic. You're a great danger to the life of the clan now, and you've got to be stopped.
Why, what do you mean?
I'll show you what I mean. It's you or the clan, Matt.
Put down that gun.
Not until... Stop it. Stop it, you're breaking my arm.
That gun? All right. No, you traitor.
Let me go.
I'm going to choke it. Finish you off, Matt.
No.
You're a traitor to the clan. You know what that means? So now I'm going to finish you. Then I'll go back to Metropolis and get White and Olsen and my sniveling nephew. No one can stop me in the clan of the Fiery Cross. When is the next plane to Metropolis?
Flight 12 leaves in 10 minutes. Arrives in Metropolis at 4 a.m.
All right, I want one ticket.
What name, sir?
Huh? Rigney. Yes, Martin Rigney.
Just a minute.
What? Matt Riggs. Not so loud. Come on, get dressed, Fred, and come with me.
Where?
Never mind where. This is a clan order.
But, Matt, all the cops are looking for you. It's in the papers and on the radio.
So what? We got a job to do.
What job?
We've got to get rid of Perry White and Jim Olsen and my nephew. Then there'll be nobody left to testify against me, and the clan can go on. Now, come on, hurry up and get dressed.
Not me. I've had enough of the clan. I don't want to go like a chair. Good night.
Now, wait a minute. Boy, the dirty yellow rat. Come on, get dressed. Come with me, George.
Nothing doing, Matt. I'm all through with the clan. As soon as the wife and I finish packing, we're getting out of town.
Out of town? What's the idea?
The action committee was rounded up by Superman, and they've squealed. It was just on the radio. They told the cops the names of all the clan members they knew. I'm getting out before the cops come for me.
Matt Riggs. Holy smoke, I thought it was the police coming for me. Get out of here.
Now, wait a minute, Tom.
Get away from here, I said. I don't want to hear any more of your smooth talk. I'm game for scaring foreigners by flogging and tar and feathering, but murder, not for me. Go on, get away from my house.
Who's there?
Me, Matt Riggs. Open up, Bill.
Easy.
Now, wait a minute, Bill.
Easy, I said, or I'll call the cops.
Listen, Joe, there's a big job to do for the clan. All right, you dirty cowards. I'll get White and Olsen and Chuck alone. I'll save the clan of the Fiery Cross myself. Then let me see you come crawling back.
Standing on the deserted street as dawn is beginning to break, Matt Riggs, out of his mind with hate, shakes his fists violently over his head, vowing to take the lives of Editor White, Jimmy Olsen, and young Chuck Riggs. We'll return in a moment for the tense climax of today's episode. So stand by.
Say, gang, you want to pass on a helpful household hint to Mother? Well, if she finds it a tough job to get folks out for breakfast in the morning, tell her how everybody comes a-running when Kellogg's Pep heads the menu. Yes, sir, Pep sure does give your appetite the old come-on. Looks terrific in the first place, all golden and toasted and crisp. And does it taste terrific? Why, Kellogg's Pep is called the Sunshine Cereal. It's loaded with sparkling sunshine flavor, a bang-up delicious flavor that teases your taste like anything. And these whole wheat flakes are mighty tender and delicate to be so good for you. You know, Pep gives you solid whole wheat nourishment plus. Add it all up, gang, and you'll get a sum total of why you'll want to polish off every crunchy flake of Kellogg's Pep in your bowl. And say, here's another angle. Nowadays, we're sending the cereal grains to help give good nourishment to fellows and girls all over the world. So it wouldn't do to waste cereal. When Mom brings Kellogg's Pep home from the grocer's, appoint yourself a committee of one to see that it's not wasted. If you pour your own Pep, pour it carefully and eat up every bit you pour out. Get hep to Pep, gang. Eat all your Pep. Don't waste it.
Neither Clark Kent nor Inspector Henderson have slept during the night. Now, as dawn begins to break, both men are in Henderson's office at Metropolis Police Headquarters. His face haggard, the inspector wearily answers the phone, then stiffens alertly.
Yes, I heard you, Hilly. Are you sure it was him? He did, huh? Well, did you check it? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Stick with it and keep me posted. Right.
What's up, Inspector?
Get this, Kent.
What?
A man answering the description of Matt Riggs, using the name Rigney, boarded a State Airlines plane in Graham City at 1:30 this morning.
Uh-oh. Where was the plane bound?
For Metropolis. It landed a couple of hours ago.
Oh, was Riggs picked up?
No.
What?
My men were watching the terminal and the outgoing planes. We didn't expect him to fly into Metropolis. I was sure Riggs was hiding out in the hills.
He made his way out through an old lead mine. That's why I missed him.
You missed him?
Huh? Oh, I mean Superman. Lead, you know, is the one substance his X-ray vision can't penetrate. Look, Inspector, Matt Riggs is dangerous. He's got to be found.
We'll find him eventually.
Eventually? You've got to find him now at once.
Take it easy, Kent. The clan of the Fiery Cross is practically broken up in this town. They're scared, and so is Riggs. They won't try anything.
Most of the Klansmen are scared, yes. They're just sheep who followed where Riggs led them. But Riggs isn't scared. He's a fanatic, a dangerous maniac. He might even make another attempt on the lives of Mr. White and Jim.
Oh, nonsense. I've seen other leaders of these screwball hate crowds.
Oh, now, wait a
They
minute.
sound crazy when they're up on the soapbox, but it's all an act to enlist members and rake in initiation fees.
Oh, no, you're
They're
wrong.
too smart to risk their skins when they know they're on the police list.
I tell you, you're wrong, Inspector. Jim and Mr. White both say Matt Riggs is mad.
Relax, Kent. We're watching Riggs' house, but Jim and White aren't in any danger.
I tell you they are. And I can't be out in the suburbs watching Mr. White and here in town watching Jim and Chuck at the same time. Now, you've got to send a police detail out there.
All right, all right. If it'll make you happy, I'll send some men out to keep an eye on them.
Thanks, Inspector. I just hope they're not too late.
Arguing desperately, Clark Kent persuades Inspector Henderson to send special police details to the homes of Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, and Chuck Riggs. But a sixth sense must be warning Kent that they may be too late. For at this moment, while dawn is still only a hazy mist on the shroud of night, Matt Riggs stands in the dark basement of his house, having entered by a secret tunnel from his garage. For a long moment, the fanatical leader of the clan of the Fiery Cross stands motionless, listening as the footsteps of the police officer outside the house fade away. Then, his strange slate-colored eyes shining like an animal's in the dark, he starts up the steps to the kitchen and on up to his nephew's room at the head of the stairs. What will happen? Tomorrow brings an episode in which many exciting things happen, so be sure not to miss it. Tune in, same time, same station. And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep. For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at the same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. Say, if you want your dog to give you the glad eye, try giving him Kellogg's Grow Pup dog food at mealtime. There's a dog food that's a big favorite with thousands of dogs. It's got a swell, meaty flavor that goes over big. And there are 3 kinds of Grow Pup. There's Grow Pup Ribbon, Grow Pup Meal, and Grow Pup Pellets. All good for your dog. Grow Pup has vitamins and minerals, helps build strong muscles and teeth and bones. Just tell that to Mother, and I'm sure she'll want your dog to feed on Kellogg's Grow Pup every day. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
It's time for a Condensed Bat-Supe Extra Helping, because sometimes heroes wear fedoras. In this extra helping, the Green Hornet is on the spot. Will he take the fall for a murder he didn't commit? Or will he outsmart the real bad guys and beat the odds again? Find out in the episode The Hornet Drops a Hint, as originally broadcast on November 8, 1945.
The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with racketeers and saboteurs, risking his life that criminals and racketeers will feel the weight of the law by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure, Hornet Drops a Hint. The Green Hornet Strikes Again. Smoothie Lawrence was everything his name implied. Smooth of speech, suave of manner, and smarter than most of his kind, men who flaunted the law and lived by their wits. But on one occasion, Smoothie had been outsmarted by another man, and the law had closed in. That was 2 years ago, and for 2 long years he had paid his debt to society. Now he was free again. It was dusk as Smoothie Lawrence entered the Water Street Cafe and walked over to the bar. His mind was filled with hatred for the man who had taken 2 years out of his life, and his face was grim as he stopped at the bar and gave his order.
Give me a double rye, Joe.
Yeah. Well, hiya, Smoothie. Double rye coming right up. There you are, Smoothie.
Thanks.
You got things lined up for yourself?
Before I start lining anything up, I have to get something off my mind.
Yeah? I've been noticing you got something bothering you.
That's right, I have.
A dame, maybe?
No, not a dame, Joe. I'm trying to figure out a way to get back at the double-crosser who caused me to be sent up.
Yeah, I remember. The paper said you was put on the spot by the Green Hornet.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now you know.
Holy smoke, Smoothie. You better steer clear of that guy.
Forget it, Joe. I know what I want to do, and I'll find a way. See you later. So long.
Hey, so long, Smoothie. And good luck.
Now it's gotten to the point where I can't even keep my mouth shut.
Just a minute, please. I'd like a word with you.
Who are you? What do you want?
I was at the bar in the cafe. I overheard your conversation with the bartender.
Really? Maybe you'll tell me just what business it is of yours.
Take it easy, my friend. What I have to say will be important to you.
That remains to be seen. If this is some gag, or if you're trying to...
Now, wait, let me explain. My name is Max Zinder. I know you're Smoothie Lawrence.
You get around, don't you, chum?
Of course. It's part of my business.
What's your business?
Does it matter?
Listen, Zinder, if you
now,
think...
wait a minute. Suppose I tell you I can show you how to make a large sum of money and at the same time get back at the Green Hornet. Would you be interested?
Maybe you get to the point.
If you're interested, we'll go to my place and I'll give you the details.
What have I got to lose? I'll go along with you. But let me tip you off to this. If you're pulling my leg, pal, you'll be plenty sorry. Let's go.
A short time later, in an apartment on the west side, Smoothie Lawrence listened intently as Max Zinder outlined his plan.
Now, let me repeat what I've told you. The attaché will leave that consulate at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on the way to the airport.
You say the consulate car will be driven by one of your men?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Of course, at the consulate, he's known as a trusted employee.
And I'm to follow in a car which you'll provide, huh?
Yes. The driver of the attaché's car will pretend he's got motor trouble somewhere along the river road. He'll get out to work on it.
That's when I'm to take over. That it?
Exactly. Get the papers the attaché will be carrying and bring them here to me. Of course, it'll be necessary to eliminate him.
Now, hold on. Why can't I grab the papers and leave? Now, what's the idea
that... to tell about the so-called car trouble and the actions of the driver. It might lead to complications, my friend.
After all, I didn't know I was...
Now, remember, you'll be paid $10,000 cash for the job, Smoothie. And the Hornet will be blamed.
You haven't told me just how suspicion is to be directed to the Green Hornet, Zinder.
Look, here in my wallet, I have something that'll do the trick. See this?
Ah, a Hornet seal. Is it really one of his own, or did you...
It's genuine. It was left as a warning with one of our workers in the past. He was later caught because of the Hornet.
So you have it in for him, too, huh?
The Green Hornet is a continual threat to our organization.
Why don't you pull this job yourself?
In my position, I can't afford chances. You can, for a price. I'll be at a reception at the consulate tomorrow night. I'll stay there until the news of the attaché's misfortune is made known.
So you'll be in the clear, huh? Okay, I'll go through with it. And leave that seal for the police to find.
Ah, good. I knew we'd come to an understanding. Tomorrow night, I'll get those papers. You'll get the money. And your revenge on the Green Hornet in the bargain.
What is wrong, driver?
I don't know, sir. There's something wrong with the
Well,
motor.
then do something. I'll miss my plane if we're delayed.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll have to stop.
Hurry, we haven't much time. Oh, here comes another car. It looks as if he's stopping. Good evening. It's nice of you to stop, senor. We seem to be having trouble.
Your troubles are just about over, pal.
Wait, I don't understand.
A short time later, Britt Reed, young publisher of the Daily Sentinel, was in the city room when the phone rang.
City editor's desk. Gunnigan speaking.
Gunnigan, this is Mike Ashford.
Ashford, where in thunder have you been? What's the idea of staying out all afternoon without calling in?
I'm at cops headquarters and I have a story.
Yeah, I thought so. That's your usual hangout. Now you listen to me, Ashford.
I got a story, Gunnigan. A scoop. Let me get a word in edgeways with you.
Why didn't you say so? What is it?
A murder. It happened on River Road. An attaché was shot by the Green Hornet.
What? Hold on, I'll connect you with Rewrite and you can give the details.
I ain't got any details yet. I'll call Rewrite later. So long.
Why haven't you? What's the idea of... Hello? Hello? Oh, he hung up. That guy will drive me to the nut house. Somebody get to the composing room, quick. Tell him to set up a lead for an extra. Attaché murdered by Green Hornet. Hurry up.
Gunnigan, is that what Axford told you?
That's right, Chief. Says the attaché was shot to death out on the River Road by the Hornet.
I see. Well, let me know the details as soon as you get them. I'll be in my office.
Right. Hi, Reed. I just came from cops headquarters. I phoned in the details on that murder a while ago.
Yes, I know. I understand a Hornet seal was found on the body.
Sure. 'Twas stuck right on the guy's forehead.
Well, what about the chauffeur?
He says the Green Hornet blocked the road with his car, so he had to stop. Then the spalpeen pulled open the rear door of the consulate car and shot the attaché in cold blood. The cops didn't hold the driver.
Strange the driver was unharmed.
Oh, the Hornet would have shot him, too. Only the driver says he hopped out quick as a wink and lit out for the bushes, with bullets whizzing alongside his head. Then another car came along, and the Hornet beat it.
Where's the chauffeur now, do you know?
After he told his story, they let him go back to the consulate. 'Tis a clear case against the Green Hornet, to my way of thinking.
Have the police figured out why the murder was committed?
Reed, it's off the record for now. But the Hornet stole some important papers dealing with some matters in a South American country.
Oh, I see. Well, keep on the case, Axford, and let me know of any new developments.
Okay, Reed. Sure, and I'm thinking that Green Hornet's going to be sorry he pulled this job.
Later, Britt Reed went to his apartment where Cato, his faithful Filipino valet and the only person knowing his identity as the Green Hornet, was waiting. Cato, because of that Hornet seal which was found on the murdered attaché, the authorities are hunting down the Hornet as the killer.
It's not good. While they search for Hornet, real murderer have chance to get away.
In my opinion, aspiring is at work. Those papers are very important, and in the wrong hands can cause great trouble.
That's also not good.
Something has to be done, and done quickly.
Do you think of something, perhaps?
If the driver of the consulate car is telling the truth, the killers have covered up well. But if he isn't...
Do you think Green Hornet try to find out?
Yes. The chauffeur for the consulate probably lives over the garage. We'll go there and see if there's a chance of breaking down his story.
You go as Green Hornet in Black Beauty?
Right. Come on. Stepping through a secret panel in the rear of a closet in his bedroom, Britt Reed and Cato went along a narrow passageway built within the walls of the apartment itself. This passage led to an adjoining building which fronted on a dark side street. Though supposedly abandoned, this building served as the hiding place for the sleek, super-powered Black Beauty, streamlined car of the Green Hornet. Britt Reed pressed a button. The great car roared into life. A section of the wall in front raised automatically, then closed as the gleaming Black Beauty sped into the darkness. There's a light over the garage, Cato.
Yes. We go in now?
The sooner the better. We have to move carefully. The police may have posted a man at the house. Come on. Moving through the shadows, Britt and Cato skirted the back of the garage and cautiously drew near the entrance to the stairway that led to the rooms above. They found the lower door unlocked and went up slowly and quietly until they reached a landing at the top of the staircase. This is it, Cato. I'll try the door. That's strange. This door's unlocked, too. Well, here goes. Don't make a move, Rob.
What's wrong?
Great Scott. This is the consulate chauffeur, all right. But he's been shot through the head. He's dead.
Where do we leave now? Something happening outside.
Get to the window, quick.
It's the police. Some coming here, others go toward the place in the back where we hide the Black Beauty.
I'll lock the door.
What do we do now?
We've got to think fast. They're coming up and we'll be caught like rats in a trap. And if they get possession of the Black Beauty, our goose will be cooked. But good. While several policemen started through the door leading to the stairway, two of the men rounded the back of the garage, and one of them noticed the dim outline of the Black Beauty a short distance away.
Hey, look. Car back there. Come on, it might be the Hornet's car.
Listen, that's a car starting up inside the garage.
Well, I'll be... He left that other car as a plant while they get away in one of the consulate cars. Let's get the others and get around front to stop them.
Hey, Sarge! They're going to come out through the garage doors of the car.
Get ready to shoot them down.
Shoot the lock off and let's bust in. That did it. Come on, open the doors and jump back.
Look, nobody's in the car.
Keep your guns handy. Must be hiding inside. We'll get him this time. Come on.
Hop in, Cato. I'll drive.
Lucky they fall for scheme, Mr. Dick.
Yes. Did you break open plenty of those gas pellets inside the garage before we came out through the back window?
Police find garage full of gas. They not follow us for some time.
Good. Guess the killer tipped them off about another murder. That's why they came. We better get away from here now. Come in, Smoothie. I was worried about you.
Nothing to worry about, Zinder. In fact, luck is really playing our way tonight.
How do you mean?
Well, I attended to that job, getting rid of the consulate driver. I sat in my parked car down the block. Because of the reception, there were a great many cars parked along the street. I thought I'd wait until I saw you leave.
You would have finished that job at 8. I left the reception after 9.
I saw you leave. I was about to follow when a commotion started near the garage.
They found the body?
Yeah. Cigarette?
Oh, thanks. Light?
Thank you.
What happened then?
This is the luck I was talking about. Seems after I left, the Green Hornet went into the driver's rooms and was almost cornered by the police. Naturally, they blame him for what they found there. The body of that driver.
Well, if you hear any more news about the hunt for the Hornet, let me know. I imagine he's a very puzzled man right now. Huh, Smoothie?
You said it. You're not so smart. I'm going out a while. See you later. So long, Cinder.
Meanwhile, Britt Reed and Cato returned to their apartment, where they discussed the new development in the chain of circumstances which were closing about the Green Hornet.
It's great shock to know chauffeur also dead. Killer smart enough not to leave a clue behind.
Maybe he's not so smart, Cato.
What you mean?
I picked up this paper match cover in the chauffeur's rooms.
It's a Water Street Cafe on the cover.
Yes. That's an underworld hangout.
But that's not very good clue. Many people get book of matches. Even driver, perhaps.
That's true. But this belonged either to the killer or his victim. If the killer dropped it, there may be a way to trap him.
How you do that?
Cato, when we first came into the apartment, I went into the lab for a few moments, remember?
Yes, sir?
I found out there's a clear fingerprint on this match cover.
Oh, you send the match cover to police, perhaps?
No, Cato. If I send it anonymously, it wouldn't mean anything. I can't send it as Britt Reed and tell them where it was found. They'd be smart enough to connect me with the Hornet.
Yes, that's true. You have other plan?
Yes, I have. If the fingerprint proves to be the chauffeur's, the plan won't work. But if it's the killer's...
You carry out the plan tonight?
Why not? The reception at the consulate is over by now. And since the Hornet's scared, the police will have a guard there.
You go to consulate and risk guard?
Cato, my whole plan rests upon reliable people being able to swear they saw the Green Hornet inside the consulate. I'll take that risk. Let's go.
Arriving in an alley behind the consulate, Britt Reed and Cato left the Black Beauty and moved into the shadows near the house. After some time, Cato spoke.
We watch library window long time now.
Yes, but we can... Look, the consul's getting up from his desk. He's leaving the room.
Yes. There. He put out the lights. You go in a few minutes?
Yes. You stay outside the window in the shadows and keep the way clear for my escape.
If anyone come here, I see him not interfere.
Good. The police are on the front porch talking. They don't expect the Hornet to be returned here tonight, so guards haven't been posted in the rear.
We really don't expect the Hornet to return here tonight, so one of you boys can go to headquarters with me. The other, you, Cassidy, can hang around out here.
Okay, Sarge.
Guess the consul's a little nervous anyway.
Sure, but you can't blame him with the guy being killed and all.
Officer.
What's that?
Come quickly. There's a prowler in the library.
Holy smoke. How do you know?
I heard a noise in there. Sounds like someone at the safe.
Cassidy, you go down to the library window in case he tries to get out that way.
Okay, Sarge.
You come along with me.
Right.
This way, officer. This is the door of the library.
I'll sneak the door open a little and take a look. See anybody? Glory be. Someone's trying to get into the safe and using matches for a light.
The light switch is just inside the door to the right.
Okay. When I give the word, we'll bust in, switch on the light, and catch him cold. I'm ready, Sarge. Here goes then. No!
What the? Sarge! It's a Green Hornet!
Use your gun, quick!
Throw on cover!
He's making for the long window.
I'll get him!
Hold on. Cassidy's outside.
I'll go out the French window and see if he needs help. Hey, Sarge! Here's Cassidy, lying on the porch.
What happened to him?
I don't know. He's coming to now.
Hey, well, what happened, fella?
I was sneaking up onto the porch to look in the window when someone whammed me from behind.
Come on, we'll see if he got into the safe.
He didn't get the safe open.
Good, he dropped a book of paper matches. I'll take it along.
What good will that do?
You never can tell. It might have a fingerprint on it. Though that Hornet's been too smart to leave prints before.
Yeah, but he didn't mean to drop that.
That's right. I'll take it to headquarters and see what they can find. Let's hope it does show a print. Come on. Ashford, we got it.
Got what, Sarge?
The name of the Green Hornet. That's what.
Suffering Snake, Sarge. Who was
a smart crook by the name of Smoothie Lawrence. We found a fingerprint and it matches Lawrence.
I can't believe it.
Hey, you men. Get Smoothie Lawrence. Any of the boys called in yet, Cassidy?
Nope, they're still hunting, Sarge.
We just gotta find Smoothie Lawrence.
Hey, Sarge, I hear you picked up Smoothie Lawrence.
Yeah, that's right. They've been grilling him for the past hour.
Does he admit he's the Green Hornet?
Not yet, but give us time and we'll make him talk. Come on, we'll see what's doing in there now. In here, Ashford.
I tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. I never did it.
All right, Sarge, take over. This guy's stubborn.
Listen, you. We got the goods on you.
What do you mean? What's all this about?
We saw the Hornet inside the consulate. He got away from us. But he dropped something. It had your fingerprint on it, which proves you're the Green Hornet.
No, I'm not the Hornet.
And being the Green Hornet, you're due to hang.
Oh, wait, I'll talk.
Go on, then.
The guy you want is named Zinder. He thought up the Hornet gang. It was he who used the Hornet's disguise and killed that attaché. Believe me, I'm not the Hornet.
Where's that guy Zinder?
He lives at River Road in 10th, the brick house on the corner. Honest, he's the guy. He wanted me to help him, but I wouldn't do it.
Sure. Come on, Ashford. We'll get some of the boys and pick up that Zinder guy. If this mug Lawrence is the Hornet, we'll soon find out. Let's go.
Sit at desk.
Dunnigan, hold everything for a big story.
We've been holding everything for the last hour and a half, Axford. What about that guy they picked up? Is he the Hornet or isn't he? What do you...
The cops have just picked up another guy by the name of Zinder. And what do you think?
Listen to me. I ain't waiting to guess what...
Okay. Now listen. When they got there, Zinder had a briefcase with the stolen papers in it. He was getting ready to clear out. They just brought him here to headquarters to pay Smoothie Lawrence.
But what the...
I'll call you back right away so as to get the whole story. Stand by for the scoop.
Hey, wait. Oh, that Axford. Hey, someone get to the composing room. Have them get ready for a big lead. The killers have been found and maybe the Green Hornet.
Later that night, Mike Axford entered the apartment he shared with Britt Reed and Cato.
Still up, I see.
Yes. I wasn't very sleepy tonight, Axford. thought I'd read a bit.
Have a cup of coffee, perhaps?
Coffee? Sure, thanks, Cato. Reed, with all the excitement and all, you sit there reading some love story, no doubt.
No, a detective story.
Detective story, he says. Reed, there's more goes on right around your own office than you'd ever find in one of them make-believe detective books.
Oh, really?
Now, don't tell me you don't know all that's happened tonight.
Well, there's been some confusing reports over the radio about the police finding the Hornet.
Police do a very good job catching Green Hornet. If man they catch is Hornet.
Stop pipe dreaming, Cato. Take the Hornet at all they caught. They're sure of that now.
Oh, too bad. Now, in this book I'm reading, there's a mysterious character...
Silver snakes, you two ought to be stuffed and stuck in a museum somewhere, says I.
Why you say that?
Yes, Axford, what's eating you?
Well, I'll tell you. While you and Cato moon around in this apartment, one of the biggest stories of the month was breaking tonight.
What?
The cops got the killer of both the attaché and that driver. Not to mention finding the papers that were stolen.
Say, that is news.
That ain't all. They caught a big underground spy, and he had a little book with the names of all his helpers in it. Nazi underground agents. Imagine that, will you?
Axford, that's wonderful news. But about the Green Hornet.
Oh, it was him who double-crossed the other two. A spy leader named Zinder and a killer named Smoothie Lawrence. They were so busy accusing each other, they alibied the Hornet on their murders.
Then the Hornet not kill attaché?
No, it was one of them guys posing as the Hornet. Of course, the Hornet was mixed up with him, but he put the finger on Lawrence with the fingerprints. You get it? He left Smoothie's fingerprints and the...
Well, the Hornet provided the Sentinel with another scoop, didn't he?
Reed, sometimes I wonder what you do without the Green Hornet to make the news for you and without me to tell you about it.
Axford, without the Green Hornet, and of course you, life would be very dull.
No, wait, that's something.
Killer caught, spy ring broken, Green Hornet implicated. Read all about it. Green Hornet still inside. That's the Let's Free
Well, that wraps up this episode of Condensed Bat-Supe, featuring more from the clan of the Fiery Cross from the adventures of Superman. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tell your friends to subscribe to Bat-Supe on their favorite podcatcher. We can also be found on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you next time for another exciting edition of Condensed Bat-Supe as we conclude the story of the clan of the Fiery Cross and bring you another fine extra helping. Until then, up, and away!
Incredible but true.
Even as late as the First World War, men climbed into the cockpits of their planes with a strange sense of exhilaration, as though they expected some sort of mystical experience beyond the clouds. And indeed, there is, in the official records of the British Air Force, a story of two men who may well have had such an experience, though what it was, no one will ever know.
The two men were Australians, one a pilot, the other an observer. On a morning in the autumn of 1917, they set out in an RE-8 on a reconnaissance flight together with a second plane. 3 hours passed, and then the officer heard the roar of an approaching motor. He stepped out on the field and, shading his eyes from the sun, glanced upward. There was only one plane overhead. He scanned the sky anxiously, but to no avail. The RE-8 was missing. The other plane circled the field, landed, and taxied up to the aerodrome. When the pilot leaped from the cockpit, he found the officer waiting for him.
Trouble? Oh, not so bad, sir. A couple of foreigners intercepted us on the way back.
But the other men, where are they?
Hanged a foreigner, sir. When the dogfight was over, we got back on the course. We took it for granted they were right behind us. And so they were, at least for a minute or two.
And then?
Well, they flew into a cloud. They should have come right out again.
What could have happened to them?
I don't
By
know.
mid-afternoon, a heavy silence settled over the occupants of the aerodrome. The grim, almost sullen silence of men who know that 2 more of their comrades must be reported missing in action.
Well, got to send out a call for replacements.
They may show up yet, sir.
Don't be a fool. Where could they be?
That's just the point, sir. There must be some place. They couldn't have crashed.
They could have if they met another enemy plane.
But there weren't any others. Not between here and the spot we last saw them.
Well, nevertheless, I've...
Wait a moment, sir. Look. Look out there. Isn't that an RE-8?
And so it was. The missing plane, its wings gleaming in the afternoon sunlight, slowly approached the field.
Listen, sir. Can you hear her motor?
No, I can't.
She's flying dead, sir. And that means trouble.
In almost eerie silence, the RE-8 settled slowly toward the earth. She landed smoothly and gracefully, without a jolt, without even a shudder. The men hurried across the field, expecting each moment to see the 2 Australians climb out of the cockpit. But no one appeared. And when the officer reached the side of the plane, he could see its passengers still sitting quiet and motionless in their places.
Where on earth have you... look at them.
Good Lord, sir. They're dead.
Both of them. What's more, they've been dead for hours.
Medical examination served to corroborate the officer's judgment. The 2 Australians had died not long after they had last been seen. The plane itself had flown on until it was out of gas. And then it had made a perfect landing on its home field. Where it had been in the interim, what had kept it in the air, whether it was by mere coincidence that it had returned to the airdrome. All of these things are subjects for speculation. Only one thing is certain, that this is a story which so far has defied explanation. A story incredible but true.